Melina here, and I am not feeling too well, but I didn't want to miss out on this topic because I actually really liked it. So yeah, it's Wednesday, so that means it's time for another Top 5 Wednesday, and it's top 5 kind of classes that you would want to be taught by fictional book characters. It's kind of weird. I'll explain. It'll make sense as it goes along. So I'm gonna go. These are out of order. From 5 to 1 of like the class that obviously I'd want to take, but is kind of at the bottom to the class that I'd be most into. So number 5 would be to have Tessa as a history teacher. Tessa from the Infernal Devices / she's in like the Bane Chronicles in this one, and yeah. The reason I'm holding this one up though is because she kind of is for a little bit. I don't really know if that's a spoiler, but you know, she's in here, she's doing her thing, and that's what made me think that it would be fun to have her teach like all of these big or interesting moments in history. So that's that. Then number 4 I have is Violet from a series of Unfortunate Events as a invention teacher, like kind of teaching you how to make things out of mechanics, kind of, or like how to make something out of nothing and still make it a really cool invention, because that was like, I always loved her skills and her like her creativity and her efficientness that basically moved them along so far in each of the books in the series. And yeah, so I think that a class like that where she's teaching you how to like tinker around with stuff, you know, and she has her hair up and like the ribbon, would just be really cool. Number 3 that I have is actually a book that I recently read, not too long ago, and that is Everything by Nicola Yoon. To have Maddie from here be a English teacher kind of thing, to where you, like, kind of an English teacher in the sense of earlier on, like younger years in English, when you would just kind of read a book, and then they would, like, you would just talk about it with the teacher and write assignments about said book, but it wasn't as meticulous or annoying as, like, high school English got. Because I love her book reviews in here, and I think that being able to experience that would just be, like, cool, and it would make it kind of, like, different. And it's raining now. But yeah, I think that, like, and finding, like, the bitter or like extremely bitter or extremely happy kind of consensus out of a book, like, you know, the point is, you know, the life is meaningless or something like that, or like the opposite. I think it'd be fun to, you know, have her as a teacher in that sense. And then number 2, since we're going backwards, I would choose Mal from the Descendants trilogy. Yeah, Mal from the Isle of the Lost kind of trilogy, The Descendants, by Melissa de la Cruz. I'm choosing her as an art teacher because I really like the graffiti that she does and stuff, and I like her form of expression of art in comparison to other characters. Like, I was gonna go with like Clary as an art teacher, but I realized that I would have more fun having like her as a teacher. And yeah, so that one I think would be kind of like the one, like kind of a class that you would look forward to going to, where it isn't necessarily about learning like a skill or something, but you're still getting something out of it. And yeah. And then for number 1 of classes and stuff, it would be from Kath as a creative writing teacher. Because, you know, she writes the fan fiction and stuff, and I feel like this would be the class that I would be more into taking, because I plan on going and switching out to have that as my major in college. So to have her kind of like teach you kind of like the ways of like even just writing fan fiction, like how to keep characters that you didn't necessarily create but still keep their kind of tone and stuff in your own form, and all of this stuff, I feel like you could learn a lot from her, and I relate a lot to her, so I would like to learn her kind of style of writing, because I feel like it would reflect mine. And yeah, that's it for this Top 5 Wednesday, and yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, and subscribe if you want to see more of my face and my book.